That was an unbelievable run in Houston for J.J. Watt. And it's unfortunately marred by the absolute mayhem that is befalling that organization right now at the hands of Jack Easterby. I've never in my life seen like a poor man's Joel Osteen character just kind of take a franchise that wasn't ever here, but it was here, and just seemingly play how to lose your fan base in 40 days the way he has done over the last few months. And that is muddying the waters a bit on what JJ accomplished there, because I understand for Texans fans, you're like, you've got to be kidding me. JJ Watt lived through Matt Schaub, who was fine, and then Brock Osweiler, Tom Savage, Brandon Whedon, Ryan Mallett, TJ Yates. There's guys I'm forgetting, all the way to finally get to Deshaun Watson. And because of the way the organization from Bill O'Brien to then Jack Easterby was run, despite having Deshaun Watson, that's when JJ says it's time for me to go because we are drawing dead to win a Super Bowl. It's a shame. And I understand some folks are going to say, well, Deshaun asks out, they won't trade him. JJ asks out, they immediately release him. It's not quite as simple as that. JJ had a $17.5 million cap hit. He's not a $17.5 million player anymore. Could they have gotten some trade compensation for him? Probably, assuming he was willing to redo his deal, because there's no guaranteed money left on it anyway. But them releasing him rather than trading him to his preferred destination for a conditional sixth isn't the story today. What should be the story today, though, and I feel like this is forgotten, and this is something I got a front row seat to, because I got to Houston in 2012, and I left before the 2016 season started. So I saw JJ play 2012, 13, 14, 15 in person. And that 4-year run is as good as any 4-year run any defensive player has ever had. Keep in mind, he was playing not 4-3 defensive end, 3-4 defensive end. So most of the time, he was taking on a double team. Yet, despite that, he led all the NFL in sacks by a massive margin. Led the entire NFL in quarterback hits by almost a factor of 2. Led the entire NFL in tackles for loss by almost a factor of 2. And led all defensive linemen in pass deflections by almost a factor of 2. He was almost twice as good as the next best guy. Leave that up for a moment. I'm going to do some math on the fly. Sacks plus tackles for loss plus pass deflections. 69 plus 1. So we're at 229 negative plays, either via pass deflection, tackle in the backfield, on the quarterback, or on the running back. 229 over a 4-year stretch. What's that, 4 a game? It's impossible production from a position that, aside from Reggie White, had never seen production like that. That alone, if he retired after 2015, and since 2015, he's only had one truly great season. He had a 16-sack season since then, but injuries have changed who he is. But that alone is Hall of Fame caliber. The way folks right now talk about Aaron Donald is what J.J. Watt was, and I would argue Watt's 4-year run is actually better than the 4-year run Donald is on right now. He is the second greatest 3-4 defensive end ever. Maybe third. Reggie White, Bruce Smith, depending on how you want to call them, and J.J. Watt. And that run was as good as any defensive player at any position has ever had over 4 years. Where's he going to go? Well, betting odds say either with his brothers in Pittsburgh or back in Green Bay in Wisconsin, where he went to college. I would say those betting odds are probably right.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.